And she's the smart one.
Riboflavin.
I can say that.
I can say that. There's a Z in there.
Student.
I'm in chemistry right now. Niacin. Yeah.
Now my turn.
Which one?
Polydextrose. Polydextrose. That might be healthy for you. I can pronounce it. Sorbitol. Is that healthy? I can say it. I don't know. Buttermilk. Diglycerides. Here's one. Gum. What the heck is gum?
I want to eat it.
I want to eat something with some gum.
Mine has polysaturated fats.
Oh yeah,
Does yours?
well, mine has polydextrose and mela something.
Mine has Melodix. Something I can't say.
It's not good then.
No, it's not.
We're gonna throw that out.
Okay.
Just toss that baby out.
All right.
Throw it right on the floor.
On the floor. Oh,
Right,
on
throw it
the
on the floor.
Okay.
Throw it. It's gone.
It's gone.
Whole Foods. Right. Whole Foods is like this. Get in there. Lighters. Shop the perimeter. That wasn't good music. What's good shopping buggy music? Dun, 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 dun. Alright, some tips in all honesty. Here's some tips for you guys. Be a label reader. So we're not counting fat, we're not counting calories beyond our container portion control system. We're counting chemicals. So everything you pick up at the store or in your home, you want to read the label. If there's more than 5 ingredients and those 5 ingredients are not actually food, then it's not good for you. So 5 ingredients or less, all food items should be in the ingredient list. If there's chemicals in there or things that you can't even pronounce, we're disregarding those items. We're not eating those. If it has white flour, white sugar, or table salt, we're not eating those. So a lot of people think that this is a healthy choice, but if you read the label, it is not a healthy choice. There are several ingredients beyond 5, and most of them we can't pronounce. This, where you once thought might be a good option, is not. Also check your cream of wheat box. You'll find that that's a no-go as well. You can replace it with just regular oats, and if you read the label on regular oats, there's 1 ingredient. Oh, whole grain oats. That's a go. What you have to do, be a label reader. Lily has a message for you. What's your message, Lily?
Well, we were looking for stuff in our kitchen to throw out because it's not healthy. I found the ice cream sandwiches in the fridge, which are Joey's because he's sick, and our dog's dog bones. When you look at the label, the dog bones are more healthy for you than the ice cream sandwiches. Because this has real ingredients, mostly, and this has maybe 2 real ingredients, milk, fat, non-fat milk, and then it goes into chemicals.
Interesting side note. One time I left an ice cream sandwich out as an experiment and it didn't melt. So there you go. There's a little interesting tidbit. When we're talking about salt too, table salt is a no-go. You don't really need salt in your diet. if you remove the salt from your diet, you're going to find your taste buds change, and you'll actually be able to taste your food. You'll be able to taste the deliciousness of your food, like layers upon layers of deliciousness. So get rid of the salt. If I have something with salt in it now, it actually burns my taste buds because I just have eliminated it. When a recipe calls for salt, we sub in sea salt, and some people put pink Himalayan sea salt in there. I'm just not that fancy. I just go with the regular white stuff. What else? Oh, replace your white flour with wheat flour. You don't need white flour anymore. Just replace it with wheat. Pretty much any recipe that you crave, you can go out online and Google a clean eating / 21-day fix version of that food. So you can, if you thought once maybe granola bars were healthy for you, they are not. Read the label on the granola bar box. You will see, even the ones that you buy at GNC, read the label and you will be amazed at what you should not be eating. But you can make your own healthy granola bar. Just go out there and Google a recipe. So everything we're putting in our body now is a whole food. When I first started, I have to oversimplify everything. So my thing was, if it was once alive, I could eat it. Maybe that's an oversimplification of things, but that's how I thought of it. Or if you think back to your great-grandparents and how they ate, there were no fast food restaurants. There wasn't pre-boxed mac and cheese on the shelves. That's why everyone was tiny, right, Lily? Because they made their own whole foods at home. They also worked, and then they worked nonstop, and they were very active people back then. They had to work the farm, and they had to do the laundry by hand. But for the most part, it was their diet. It was whole foods as intended. So, you know, in the summertime, spring, summer, fall, grow a garden. Visit your farmer's market. Go to Aldi's. Aldi's is a very cheap place. You can buy all your produce there for minimal amounts of money. We started buying our meats there as well. Meats. One thing about Aldi's, and I do want to mention, not all yogurts are created equal. So you have to read the label on the yogurts as well. So when we first started, I was going to Aldi's thinking I was saving a boatload of money buying my Greek yogurt there. But if you read the label, there's a ton of extra sugar and chemicals added to that yogurt. So there's actually a few brands of yogurt that are better for you. This is the one that we can afford, that we find that's closest to naturals.
And it tastes good.
And it tastes good, right? That's a key component. So there are other versions that are better than this choice, but one, we can't find them in our local grocery store, and I'm not driving all over the world to find yogurt. And two, they're more expensive, and that's not in our budget. So this is the best choice that we can afford that's available to us. So that's what we go with. My point is, read the label, and that counts for all of your like almond milk, creamer, any kind of dairy product. Read the label, because there's a good choice and a bad choice in regards to all of that. So we're not saying to eliminate yogurt. We're saying it's a very good source of protein, the Greek yogurt. We're saying to be a label reader. Also with your Parmesan cheese, the Parmesan cheese in the shaker is processed. So if you read the label, there's chemicals. That's not really a good choice for you. Now, I do use that because I'm extremely lazy. The best choice is to get a hunk of Parmesan cheese and shred it. And have that. That's
and that tastes better too.
And that tastes better, but I'm very lazy, and we're usually pressed for time when it comes to cooking dinner, to be honest. So we do use the Parmesan cheese in the can. A good rule, what we follow here is 80-20. 80% clean, whole, healthy foods that came from the earth as nature intended. 20% is maybe a not so great choice, like the Parmesan cheese in a shaker cup, or maybe the yogurt that's as natural as we can afford, but not exactly the extreme best choice. Things like that. And someone in the group was asking me about syrup. Syrup is mostly man-made, manufactured with chemicals.
Is that syrupy?
Syrupy? Syrupy?
Syrupy.
Lily wants to call it syrupy
That's not what I
because
said.
she's fancy. But you can get 100% all natural maple syrup. Oh my God. But you can get 100% all natural syrup, but you have to read the label, because I got sidetracked the other day at the store. It said on here, on the front of the label, all natural syrup, blah, but it was only $5.99, and I know for a fact that all natural syrup, blah, is a lot more than $5.99. When I flipped that particular version over, it was not all natural. You have to read the label. So it will say on here, the ingredient will be 1 syrup. That's it, like from a tree. Okay? So you have to be careful.
And
with
again, it tastes better.
And you like it better?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, how? Praise Jesus. Okay.
Did you tell them about the white bread and wheat bread thing that I just
No, I did not. You can tell.
Okay. Well, the other day we bought white bread for whatever reason. I don't know, maybe for Joey.
Oh, no. I had a coupon for a free loaf, and
Oh.
I can't pass up anything free.
Okay,
go.
Anyway, so we had
I'm just gonna
white
grab
bread
my
for the
coffee.
first time in how long?
2 years.
2 years. For the first time in 2 years, I had white bread on a sandwich, and I did not like it. It was too doughy and too floury, and I didn't like it. And then I switched back over to the whole wheat, the wheat bread, and I actually like it a lot more than the processed doughy white bread.
And tell them,
Fun fact.
did you really, really want that wheat bread at the beginning, Lily?
No, I did not like the wheat bread at the beginning. I thought it tasted like a sponge, but it is actually now way, way better. And I can taste whatever's in the sandwich instead of just tasting straight flour.
So, this is a great point that Lily brings up. Thank you, Lily. Crowd cheers. Oh! Your family will adapt to your journey. When you're cleaning out your kitchen today and you think in your mind that your family is going to yell at you for getting rid of their cereal and their snackies, I would place a little bet on the fact that if you change your thinking a little bit and explain to your family what your goals are and what you're trying to do, that they may be a little bit more open to understanding what you're doing and maybe open their mind to trying it out with you, or maybe foregoing their sugary processed foods just for a little bit until you get a really good foundation in your journey. Because look, we now have Cinnamon Toast Crunch in our house again, but Lily, at the beginning, could we have this?
No.
Why?
Because at the beginning it was really hard for everybody to adjust and we would have binged.
We would have binged, and also that was Ron's trigger food.
Yeah.
Cereal.
Ron loves cereal, so.
Yeah.
Plus, he didn't start out with you either.
No.
He got onto the bandwagon after he saw how much weight my mom was losing.
Yes.
So.
Right, and so we had to pry the cereal from his little hands, kicking and screaming. We grabbed it off of him, wrestled him to the ground, and we got rid of all the cereal, but just for a little bit till we got a good foundation. Now the kids still get there. I just bought 2 boxes of cereal today.
But not as many.
But not as many. That's right. They aren't eating as much of the sugary stuff anymore as well. They do eat some.
I eat Cheerios.
They like Cheerios. I like what's on sale, so I will buy them the sugary crap just because I'm cheap. But if I can, that's just being honest. But they will eat it every once in a while, but not nearly as much. And the same thing with snacks. We don't have snacks here nearly as, like, we would go grocery shopping and our buggy would be heaped with, we would have Doritos and cookies and chocolate. And right, Lily, right, you're right. This is a good talk. I'm glad you're here. All of those snacks would be like consumed in the first day or 2, and they'd be gone. And now we feel like our buggy is filled with this kind of stuff. Oranges and apples and vegetables and things like that. So it saves us a lot of money, because when people try to tell me they don't have money to clean eat, I know how expensive those snack foods are. I didn't just fall off the turnip wagon. It's expensive. It's true, Lily.
The turnip wagon.
The turnip wagon. I didn't fall off of there. The Doritos are so expensive anymore, and this and that. So it's expensive to eat like that. A box of macaroni and cheese is up to over $1 now, or something like that. You can make a whole entire dish that feeds a family of 4, plus you have a second meal for a family of 4 for like $5. So do the math on that and compare it to your box of macaroni and cheese that you want, or the can of Campbell's soup that's now what? I don't even know how much, because I don't buy that anymore, but I know it's over $1. It used to be $1 or something for a can of Campbell's soup processed with, I don't even know, fake meat in it. Now it's maybe $2, I don't know, but you can make a healthy meal for $5 literally, or less. So
Salad.
Salad. No, that's a false assumption. You don't have to
No, you
eat.
just said healthy food and I said salad.
Yeah, salad. I eat salad for breakfast.
When do you eat salad for breakfast?
I don't know.
Actually, salad for breakfast would not be bad. You just throw some strawberries in there.
I had a craving.
Breakfast salad.
Well, there's more salad in there if you'd like.
I might have a salad after this.
All right, so anyway, it's kitchen clean out day. This is the task that most new challengers resist the most. They tell me all kinds of excuses. My husband will get mad, my kids will get mad, they'll leave me, they'll lock me out of the house, they'll throw me in the gutter. I've heard excuse after excuse about kitchen clean out. And the fact of the matter is, if something is your trigger food and it's in your house, it's going to deter you from your goal, and it's going to take your eye off the prize. So you're going to be tempted by that, and you might be able to forego that temptation if you're feeling really, really strong. But say it's like that time of the month, or say you had a bad day and you come home and that trigger food is sitting there staring you in the eye, then you have to be super, super strong to be able to avoid that trigger food. But if it's not in your house, you don't have that option, right? So that's why I'm asking you to do this. I'm not trying to be mean to you or try to make you do something that you really don't want to do. I'm just asking you to try this out. It is a key component to the beginning of your journey. And also, if you're having a hard time, say you're a challenger who's been with us and we just went through Christmas, you are now in a carb cycle, no doubt, because you ate cookies and you had pie and you had, I'm sure, mashed potatoes, stuffing, all this, and your body is now in a carb cycle. Even though you're back on the healthy eating, you still have those carbs in your body. They're still causing your brain to trigger the want for more, right? So it takes a while to cleanse all that from your body. So you need to get rid of these trigger foods because your mind is going to tell you you want them. Even though you don't need them, even though they're not part of our journey, your mind wants them. You're craving them because you're in a carb cycle from the holidays, okay? So I'm asking you, it's January, get rid of all of it right now. And if you don't feel comfortable throwing it out, then donate it. I know the Boy Scouts have a food drive this time of year. Your local food bank will be more than happy to take the items that you're throwing out. Make sure they're unopened though. If they're open, just throw them away. Okay? All right, guys, thank you so much.